Okay, welcome everyone to the first episode of a HotTakes podcast. For this first episode, we're going to be breaking down Week 4 of the NFL and the big Week 5 in college football this weekend. Let's first start off with Thursday night football in the NFL. You got Seattle going down to Arizona. Seattle's looked good last week and the week before. They still sketch me out a little bit. Arizona coming off a rough loss to the Niners and a close one last week. Arizona at home as a slight dog. I think I'm going to take Arizona there. Moving on to Sunday, a 9:30 kickoff. Minnesota versus Pittsburgh down in Dublin. Now, Minnesota's defense looked stellar last week. Carson Wentz looks a lot better than J.J. McCarthy. But the Pittsburgh defense has started to pick up the last couple weeks, morely this week. And T.J. Watt is back in T.J. Watt form. Minnesota a slight favorite, but I think I'm going to take Pittsburgh in Ireland. Now for the 1 o'clock slate, we got Washington going to Atlanta. Michael Penix looked rough last week. That was a terrible performance. Washington, with Mariota last week, looked pretty good. Don't know the status on Jaden Daniels yet. I'm going to take Washington on the road here. Let's move on now to New Orleans going into Buffalo. Let's keep this one short and sweet. Buffalo's going to blow them out. In Buffalo, Josh Allen playing MVP football again. It's really not even close. Cleveland going to Detroit. Now, Cleveland coming off a upset win over Green Bay last week. Detroit coming off a big win against Baltimore this Monday. I'm going to lean Detroit at home. I know Cleveland's defense looked good, but I think that was maybe a one-off win for them against big teams. Judkins did look good, though, but this Detroit offense is starting to click again. I'm going to take Detroit at home. Then you got Carolina going to New England. New England in a close loss to Pittsburgh last week, and Carolina blew out Atlanta. Now, do we know if Carolina's a good team yet? No. New England, they still are a little bit sketchy. But I'm going to take New England at home, and I think they get it done pretty handedly. Next up, you got the Chargers, who are undefeated so far, going into New York. And the Giants are making a quarterback change with Jackson Dart as the new starter for the rest of the year. I think the Giants are going to look good in this game. I think they might give the Chargers some trouble. Their only big problem this year has been the quarterback playing with Russell Wilson gone. That kind of eliminates that factor. I'm still going to take the Chargers this week, but don't be surprised if the Giants look really good in that performance. Next, we got Philly going to Tampa. Philly's a slight favorite in this one. Tampa's look good, but losing Mike Evans might be a little bit of an issue. But Philly coming off a huge win against the Rams, who's a top team in the NFC. Give me Philly in a close game. Let's move on to the final 1 o'clock game. Tennessee at Houston. Houston has looked rough, to say the least. Houston has looked really bad. But Tennessee hasn't looked great either with rookie quarterback Cam Ward. Give me Houston in a bounce-back game here. Start the 4 o'clock games. You got Indiana Jones and his Colts going down to L.A. to meet Stafford and the Rams. Coming off a rough loss last week, the Rams get a field goal blocked and lose the game. The Colts have been looking dominant. Indiana Jones has been balling out. Jonathan Taylor's been going crazy. But give me the Rams in this one, and I think they win it pretty handedly, honestly. I think they're going to show how good they really are as a team. Then you got Jacksonville traveling down to the Bay Area to take on the 49ers. Give me San Fran in this one. I think Jacksonville isn't that great of a team. I think San Fran is starting to get back in the form. And then get Baltimore at Kansas City. One of these teams is about to be 1-3. and it's going to be Kansas City. I'm taking Baltimore on the road to go and beat Kansas City. Lamar Jackson has been playing MVP ball again, like he always does. Mahomes and the Chiefs have just not been clicking yet. They're lucky they have that win over the Giants because of Russell Wilson, honestly. Moving on, you got the Bears going down to Vegas, and after the Bears' blowout performance against the Cowboys, give me the Bears to go and beat down the Raiders. Next up, you got Green Bay traveling to Dallas, where Green Bay is known to dominate in Dallas and coming off a rough loss to the Browns. Hope they can get back into the swing of things. But Dallas also coming off a rough loss to Chicago. Give me Green Bay and Arlington, and give me it by a blowout. Okay, 2 Monday night games this week. You got the Jets going to Miami, and these two teams have both looked rough. But I'm going to give the benefit of a doubt and take Miami here. They're at home. They had a close one against Buffalo. So, yeah, I'll take them. And then the final matchup for this week, you got the Bengals, who have looked bad since losing Joe Burrow, going to Denver. And Denver's had some rough ones, but we all know Denver's defense is great and they're a good team. Give me Denver, probably in the same fashion that Minnesota beat them last week. Moving on to the big college football slate for this week, I'm going to be reviewing the ranked games here. Your first matchup on Friday, Florida State goes down to play Virginia. FSU a slight favorite, but with Tommy Castellanos balling the way he has been, give me Florida State by double digits. Next, you got 24-ranked TCU going to Arizona State. Arizona State a slight favorite there, but give me the Horned Frogs to get it done. Just slightly. Next up on Saturday, you got Georgia Tech at Wake Forest. Give me Georgia Tech. Then you got a big one. 21-ranked USC versus the 23rd-ranked Illinois. Now, Illinois got blown out last week badly. USC looked pretty decent. I think in this one, really, it all comes down to the quarterback play. And Jaden Mayava of USC is the better quarterback here. So, give me USC in a close one. Next up, number 22, Notre Dame goes and plays Arkansas. Somehow Notre Dame is still ranked. I don't believe they should be, but I believe they do beat Arkansas here. Probably going to be a high-scoring game, honestly. Next ranked matchup, Utah State goes to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt should blow them out at home. A fun one, number 1, Ohio State travels to Washington. Washington looked pretty good last week, honestly, but this Ohio State team's ranked number 1 for a reason. Julian Sand's been playing good. The defense has been playing spectacular. Jeremiah Smith is getting back into form. Give me the Buckeyes in a somewhat close game. Next up, my matchup of the week. LSU goes to Ole Miss. And with this whole Lane Kiffin situation, it just made things way more interesting. So, Ole Miss, we don't know who they're going to be playing at quarterback this week. If it's going to be Austin Simmons or the breakout star of the past couple weeks, Trinidad Chambliss. I'm going to take Ole Miss here to get it done, no matter who's at quarterback for them. I think they have the better offense. LSU is a good team, but I think Ole Miss at home could get it done, and Kiffin and his squad are going to go out there and put up a bunch of points. Next up, you got Auburn going to Texas A&M. Auburn, who I believe should be a ranked team, who is pretty decent, but going to Texas A&M is no easy task. Give me Texas A&M in a very close game, I'll say, because I think Auburn is going to get right back into rankings after a close win or loss to Texas A&M. We'll get them in the rankings again. Indiana travels down to Iowa. Give me Indiana. Iowa's defense is good, but I think Indiana could hang in there. I think they're really a top 7 football team in the country right now, ranked 11. Next up, you got Tennessee going down to Mississippi State. Give me Tennessee in a dominant fashion. I think Tennessee should have beat Georgia a couple weeks ago. I think they kind of got screwed in that game a little bit. They kind of let it fall away from them. I mean, they dominated that game. They played the better game and somehow still lost that game. Into the night games, you got Massachusetts go to Missouri. Give me Mizzou by a blowout. Then you got BYU and going to Colorado. BYU a slight favorite. Actually, give me Colorado here for the upset. Caden Salter looked really good last week, and look for him to continue playing that well. Now, time for the 2 big-time night matchups. First up, number 6, Oregon, going into number 3, Penn State, in the whiteout. James Franklin's team, known not to win the big games, and this is definitely a big one. But I think right now it comes down to quarterback play, and Dante Moore, I believe, is the better quarterback of the 2 here. Drew Auer has not lived up to the hype or the potential. He has not looked great. Oregon has been looking great all season, though. Give me the Ducks to go into Happy Valley and win this game handedly. Next up, Alabama at Georgia. Now, Alabama's won 9 out of the last 10 matchups, so you'd probably be thinking, okay, let's go with Alabama here. No. It's time for the Dogs to finally get one. Give me Georgia in a close one, but this one's just going to be exciting, let me tell you. Okay, that's all I have for the first episode of the Hot Takes. Come back, I'm going to be breaking down different NFL news, college football news, the schedules, the AP pool, everything. Every single Wednesday, I will be putting out a video, so stay tuned and come watch. Okay, thank you guys. See you in the next one.